2 years ago, I made a very big mistake in my life. The mistake was about my plan to change my job. And that was not a mistake, but the mistake was confiding in some of my colleagues about my plan to change my job. So I confided primarily because I thought that they were some really good friends. My workload was a little too much. I felt it that way. Being an English teacher, I was made to teach social science also, and I was not very comfortable with that. But still, I taught this subject for 7 years in that school. But I really did not like it. And I was looking for a chance to work in a school where I wouldn't be required to teach social science and I could concentrate only on my own subject, that is English, because I'm a postgraduate in English. So I'm talking about my school teacher job in a private school here in Guwahati. Now, when I 2 years ago, when I made this decision to look for other opportunities, I went around appearing for some interviews in the middle of the session, but then like things did not like progress that much. Primarily because again you can say I'm 50 plus and it is not a very good idea thinking of changing your career at 50 plus. But me, I had several things to consider because I'm living in Guwahati in a rented house, and my house is very far away from uh, my workplace. At that time, it was quite far away. I did try looking for a rented house there near my workplace, but I did not. I started finding the entire place a little like suffocating, you can say. I didn't like it. And that is why I thought of leaving the job altogether. Now, because of these, I started looking for options elsewhere. I started appearing for interviews, and I did confide in one or two colleagues of mine, thinking that they would keep it confidential. They did not. That was a very big mistake that I made. Later, what happened in that same year, I happened to face some health issues because of which I had to go on a long leave, a leave for 2 months. And, they don't give you long leave for so long, for 2 months as such. And at first they agreed to give me that leave, the management. But the thing is, somebody informed them about my plans to change my job later on. And when they came to know this, they decided not to keep me. So that came as a big shocker to me, because I wasn't expecting something of that sort. But then this was a very foolish thing that I did by sharing my feelings, my intentions with people whom I thought were close with me at that time. And it did not work out in my favor. So I lost a job. So my main point is, friends, what I want you all to know is if you are 50 plus and you are not happy with your work, with your workplace, and you are thinking of looking for a different option, keep in mind that at 50 plus, our options become very less. And in such a situation, it is very, very important to keep our intentions, our decisions, our desires private about what we want to do in the future, where we want to move to, where we want to relocate, what kind of work we want to do in the future. These are things that we should not discuss with people in the workplace. We can discuss it with some ex-colleague from our previous workplace. We can do that if we if we feel so, or we can discuss it with some relatives of ours, close relatives, family members, very good friends, school friends. We can discuss with our old college friends, but definitely not with people in the workplace. Because, when you leave your work, when you leave your job, you will hardly find people from your previous workplace trying to keep in touch with you and trying to see how you are getting on with life. These are all very temporary relationships. Very few of them actually become long term. I will not say that all relationships in the workplace are temporary, but when some do endure longer, they last much longer. And in my case also, I have had colleagues from my previous workplaces, relationships which have lasted very long, and even today they are thriving. But then in this situation, things did not work. So my main point of this video is, if you are planning to change your job, keep your thoughts confidential. Do not share with people at your workplace. Always remember that not everybody has your best interest in heart, at heart. And sometimes, unintentionally also, it might slip out of their mouth, and they might reveal this to somebody in the management. And but once people in the management come to know that your intentions have changed and that you are no longer interested in being loyal to that particular organization, they do not take you very seriously. They do not involve you with in important projects. They sideline you, and they start thinking of looking for a different person who can replace you while you are still there. So the things can become very complicated, and especially if you are still in the searching process and nothing has materialized for you, then always keep things confidential, because changing a job is a very, very tricky thing. It is not an easy thing to do. You have to adjust with a whole lot of things. If you're 50 plus, you have to adjust with colleagues who are way younger than you. That again can be very difficult. Also, you have to adjust with a lot of habits. You have to adjust with the habits of other people who are sitting on either side of you at your workplace. That again is a different ballgame altogether. You may not enjoy sitting with these people if your tastes and backgrounds do not match. It is not a very ideal situation to be in. So changing a job is not just about salary. It is not just about like your post. It is about a whole lot of things. It is an entire change of your lifestyle. And so these are things that you should do only after careful thought and consideration, and keep your things and thoughts, keep your ideas totally private. Well, I'll continue about my experiences in my future videos. Thank you. Bye.